Morning all. Alright, so normally I start with the Jersey Countdown video, but today I'm going to start with the news video because Rasmus Dahlin has agreed to a 3-year extension with the Buffalo Sabres worth a total of $18 million. This is on the heels of, as they're arriving in camp, Dylan Cousins saying all the right things you want to hear a player say about the team going forward. Hey, the guys playing for Buffalo wearing this jersey this year, the whole Eichel thing is out of their hands. And so all they can do is go out and try their best and see what happens. So with Dahlin now signed, that might be a comparable that Jim Benning's going to use this morning. Maybe he calls Michigan and says, hey, so Quinn, that 3 years, $6 million per, what do you think? We'll see. Pettersson and Hughes are both listed on the Canucks training camp roster, which I think is somewhat encouraging. If there was no chance, you would think that, much like Brady Tkachuk with the Sens, they wouldn't be on the list. So, Pettersson and Hughes may very well get done, hopefully over the next couple of days. But we're starting to see the ice thaw between the restricted free agents and their parent clubs, as we saw Kaprizov sign yesterday, and now we're seeing Dahlin sign today. Dahlin had a rough first half of the year, but he was pretty good after the coaching change, and so we'll see whether or not he can pick up where he left off last season and really reach that next level that was expected of him when he was drafted first overall. So, best of luck to him. Also, if you're a Tampa Bay fan, some good news. Victor Hedman is 100%. There was some discussion about whether or not Victor Hedman would be good to go this season with the injuries he had and everything going on with him last year during the playoffs. There was some discussion about whether or not he was going to be ready to go for the start of the year. He's saying he's 100% now, getting into camp. I would think Tampa would take it easy on him out of the gate, but it's Victor Hedman, arguably the best defenseman in the NHL. We'll see. But if he's 100%, that's bad news for the rest of the league because he's the best defenseman in the league, at least in my eyes. So yeah, Hedman, 100%. We'll see how it goes from here. Robert Thomas signs a 2-year extension last night with St. Louis. That took place right after I did my video on Kaprizov and other news. And so it's on the board for today. A total of $5.6 million according to Cap Friendly. He's got a $2.8 million cap hit, which is the same as Jordan Kyrou. So one of the sticking points was that word had it he wanted more money that they had given to Kyrou, and he ends up signing for the same amount. So basically the same amount of money, $5.6 million over the next 2 years to both players, and we'll see which one emerges as the better player. There's good things about both of their games. And honestly, Thomas a couple of years ago, pretty good. Kyrou last year, pretty good. If they can both be at their best, St. Louis could surprise some people this year. One interesting thing, too, is that now on Cap Friendly, St. Louis is one of 11 teams that's above the cap. There's also 3 that are within $600,000 of the salary cap. So, yeah, the cap's a little tight, and that might very well be why there's talk of raising the salary cap by $1 million next year, is to give at least a little bit of wiggle room to teams as we have problems. And for Vancouver, if they sign Pettersson and Hughes, there's no way they're going to have cap space left until they put Furland on LTIR. There's the LTIR bit. Also, Vancouver news, Tyler Mott is out, not at camp. Apparently there's an injury involved there. They're not talking about what it is. But, yeah, hopefully Motter's not out for too long because they need him. Tyler Mott is an underrated forward at this stage, I think. Canuck fans are well aware of how good he is as a fourth liner, but I think he's a pretty well-kept secret around the league. Also, Amanda Stein reporting on New Jersey today, talking about Jesper Bratt. Jesper Bratt talking to the press. 3 times a week over the last 5 weeks, Jesper Bratt has been working on his shot. And I gotta say, as a fan of Bratt's game, if he gets his shot going, they're in good shape. Also, he is mentoring Alexander Holtz, the rookie coming into the lineup this year. So it's nice to see that now Bratt's in a leadership role there, and that he's taken Holtz under his wing. And yeah, hopefully this works out well for Holtz and for the Devils. Holtz might be a decent pick as an outside shot for the Calder Trophy. It all depends on how quickly he acclimates and how quickly his NHL projectables or project. I don't. Might be too early for me to phrase this. His basically he has an NHL level shot, and how quickly he's able to hit the net with that in NHL games could go a long way to deciding on his fortunes when it comes to winning the Calder. But the Calder vote, of course, is always hotly contested until the next season, and then it's hotly contested again, and then we end up talking about rookie classes and which one actually was the best player from each rookie class, which is a video that at some point I'll get done, but now that we're getting into preseason stuff and whatnot, well, the off-season playlists go by the wayside, and some of the other fun stuff goes by the wayside, and we get into previews and reviews and news videos like this. Alright, so there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to get the channel closer to 217,000 subscribers. Been stuck on 216 for a while, but it's September. There have been some slow Septembers where I didn't even gain 1,000, so it doesn't necessarily surprise me. But hey, let me know your thoughts about any of this or anything else going on around the hockey world. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.